Simidele Adeagbo was the first Nigerian to compete in the Winter Olympics and Africa's first female athlete in the sport of skeleton. Now she's fighting to end gender disparity within the Olympics by making the playing field equal for both male and females. I had a chat with Simi about how she's leaving her mark through her children's book titled Sleigh All Day. Here's our conversation. Simidele Adeagbo, world champion, Olympic champion. Thank you so much for joining us on TPI. It's good to have you here with us. So your book is a picture book. So generally, we'll say it's for kids, but you and I know us adults, we do sneaker read ourselves. Right. Your story is about a young lady, Damilola, who is actually your niece. And you talk about this journey of learning to do a new thing and being brave through it. And looking at that story and looking at your story, it sort of mirrors your story, because when you look at people who are grown up and you look at Dami, your niece, and Dami in the book, how do we go from being these confident young things who are willing to take on the world to adults who are afraid of trying something and curl up in what we think is a failure?
That is something I think we all face, young, old, everyone. But I think the beauty of it is if we can start from a young age, and this is why it was really important to write this message for young readers, children, who can start kind of thinking about now, what are their dreams? And also acknowledging that with dreams comes struggle. There is no dreaming without struggle. But it's really about how do you face those obstacles that are inherent in every journey that you go through, every dream that you have, you're going to face obstacles. And what you'll see in the book is Damilola faces them head on. She tackles them. It takes her some time, but ultimately, I think she comes to the realization that it's really about the power that she can tap into within herself. So whether young or old, that power is always within us. And it's really about our ability to tap into that boldness, that brave courage that lies within each of us.
Now, the past Olympics, which is just a few months ago, you had some experiences, which is well documented in the press. Tell us, for those who are not familiar, tell us about those experiences, because for most, they're thinking, wow, she was at the Olympics. Oh my God, everything must have been so wonderful. Tell us what happened and how you felt and where you are now.
Yeah, so I became an Olympian in 2018, and that was awesome. And I was on my path to becoming a two-time Olympian with the hopes of qualifying for the Beijing 2022 Games. And I came just short of making the Olympics. I was just one spot out. And through that disappointment, I really realized that there are gender disparities at the Olympic Games in terms of women having the same and equal opportunities to qualify as men do. And particularly in my sport, the disparities are quite significant. So men have 58 spots available to them to qualify for the Games, while women only have 40. And so really understanding that and unpacking that, I wanted to take action. And so I'm currently working with a team to drive change at the highest court of sport around the world. And we are trying to change the systems. And not only for the sport of bobsled, this is really about closing the gender equality gap across Olympic sports. And so I'm excited to be leading that effort, and by the grace of God, we'll drive that change. I want every girl who's dreaming to be an Olympian, every girl who reads my book, to know that she has an equal chance of getting to the Games. And so that's some really important work that I'm continuing to put as much effort towards as possible.
Amen to that. I'm going to have to fist bump you on that one.
Thank you. Yeah. And so my hope is that there's still medals to come. I am not done slaying. You know, I became the first African athlete to win a medal, a gold medal in the sport of bobsled at an international race. That was just in January. There is so much more that I have to give to the sport. And part of what I need to give to the sport is also transforming these systems so that I can win those medals in future.
You know, we could talk for hours because they're just questions that come into my head that I want to find out from you. But Simi, thank you so much for talking to us. And your book, it's available now worldwide on all platforms. For
right.
one final word from you for someone who's dearly dreaming to write, to be like you, or wants to be an athlete in a field that seems unusual for where they are. One word of encouragement from you to them as someone who's done that. You've stepped out of the box and done something that's never been done by anyone in Africa or anyone in the world in that wise. And then you've gone further and done more and more. And not even look back at your records that you had before that are falling. What would you say to someone who's dreaming to do what you've done and more?
I would say keep dreaming, keep walking towards your destiny, but know that that is going to come with struggle. Embrace that struggle and kick those doors down. It's not going to be easy, but it's so necessary. The world needs you to blaze that trail so that others can come behind. I am Africa's original Sleigh Queen. I'm original because I am the first, but I hope that I'm not the last. And I want other Sleigh Queens to come right behind me. So we need your contribution. Kick down that door so that others too can come behind you and be ready to go after the destiny that's calling you.
Yes, go after destiny, pursue it with passion, make your mark on this world.